Okay, dear students, class 10. Today, let's learn something about bank. What is its meaning? The basic activities done in the bank and its importance in the society as well as the country. In brief. So, when we talk about bank, let's start off with the meaning. When we say bank, I believe all of you have heard of a bank. We have one in Kampoti, not just one. We have two. So, I believe you are familiar with the word bank. So, when we say bank, it means institution. Institution. It's an institution dealing in money. Okay. So when you hear the word bank, money comes to your mind. So the simple meaning of bank is that bank is an institution dealing in money. So how does a bank deals in money? Let me explain this. So what bank basically does is banks will accept deposits, that is your money, from organizations or any individuals, and not only accept deposit, they also give out as loans. Loans to whom? To those who are in need of money. So these are the two basic activities of a bank. That is collection of or acceptance of deposits of money. Deposits of money. So what bank will do is they will accept deposits from organizations, individuals. They will come and deposit in the bank. The bank will gladly accept it, and then they are provided certain interest. And not only that, they not only accept deposits, they also use these deposits and give out as loans. Give out as loans to those who are in need of money. Let's say the needy persons. So in both cases, in the first case, bank will accept deposits from organizations, individuals, or whoever wants to deposit with them. And the second activity they will do is they will give out all these deposits as loans to those needy persons. Okay, these are the two basic activities of a bank. Now moving on. First is the meaning and then the basic activities. So I would like to further explain the two basic activities. What happens when bank accepts deposit and bank gives out loans? Now, in the first case, when bank accept deposits, what happens is the depositor will be promised a certain amount of interest on the amount they have deposited. Okay. Now let me use one example. Let's say we have deposited, let's say today rupees 1,000. And this 1,000 rupees, which is our deposit, carries an interest rate of, let's say, 10%. Just an example. 10%, let's say, per annum. 10% per annum. We have agreed with the bank that we will deposit 1,000 at the rate of 10% per annum. Then the second case, when the bank gives loans, let's say a loan amount, let's use the same amount. Bank gives out rupees 1,000 to those who are in need. And now what they will do is they have accepted, they have agreed to pay the depositors 10% per annum. Now they will not do the same with in case of loans. What they will do is they will charge a higher interest. Let's say 15%. 15% per annum. Now, what happens when 1 year is concluded? Let's say when a year ends, 10% of 1,000 is 100 rupees. So this is rupees 100, which you will get on your deposit. This interest amount. This is 100 rupees you will get from your deposit amount. Similarly, let's calculate 15%. In case of loans, the person who has taken a loan will have to repay back rupees 1,000 500 to the bank after completion of 1 year. So now you'll find a difference in the interest amount of both deposit and loans. Now you'll find that the interest on loan amount is higher than the interest on deposit amount. Why is this? The reason is the difference. That is the difference between Okay, let's find out difference between 1,500 rupees and rupees 100. So the difference between 150 rupees and 100, you will get a difference of 50 rupees. So why is there a difference between the interest on deposit and the interest on loans? This interest, the bank does in such a way because this difference between interest in the deposit amount and loan amount forms their income. This is the income of the bank. So 50 rupees difference forms the income of the bank. Now moving on, let's talk more on the acceptance of deposits and granting of loans or giving out of loans. Granting of loans and acceptance of deposits can be explained in another way. When a bank accepts deposit from public, okay, it seems like they are buying money from the public or organizations or any individual. So we can call it as acceptance of deposit is the same as purchase of shares by a bank. And then granting of loans or giving out of loans is similar to selling of shares by the bank. Now, besides these two basic functions, nowadays banks have introduced various other services, which I believe if you go and have a visit at the bank, you will come across all this. Not only acceptance of deposits or not only granting of loans, there's many other paperwork like or many other facilities which you will find in the bank. So in this way, we can say that banks have been playing a very important role in the economy. How? Because the bank makes smooth flow of money. Those who have money with them will come and deposit. Those who don't have will go and get it from the bank. So in this way, the bank keeps the smooth flow of money and credit facilities in the country. So from what explanations I have given you, and besides explanation, please refer to your textbooks, and I want their students to please complete this assignment. Find out the answers of these questions and you can submit it in time for as home assignment. The first question is assignment for class 10. First question is, what is a bank? I have explained this and you can refer to the textbook also. Question number 2, from where does banks get their income? Third question, what is meant by purchase of cash and selling of cash? Lastly, explain the role of banks in the economic development of the country. So I want you, dear students, to please find the answers to question number 1, 2, 3, and 4 and submit it on time for correction. Thank you.